So I was watching some Detroit Piston preseason basketball, and before you ask, no, I lost a bet. That's why I'm watching Detroit Piston preseason basketball. I don't know who would willingly watch Detroit Piston preseason basketball on their own free will, even if they run a small, unimpressive YouTube channel that covers the sport of basketball and NBA 2K. But anyway, I digress. The Detroit Pistons look actually kind of good. They started off this game against the Milwaukee Bucks and were, I mean, their usual horrible self. Tim Hardaway Jr. had that iconic throw the ball at Jalen Duren's head. It's not even a meme, it's just real life. And we saw them go down. I think the score was 22-3 before they started to play actual basketball. And you could already see all the signs. Cade Cunningham started to check out, gave his half-assed 45 to 50% effort that he normally does, turn the ball over, miss shots, just really kind of check out of playing the sport of basketball, which he's prone to do after being on this Detroit Pistons squad for so many years. And then something happened. The team actually started to play basketball. Yeah, okay, so at here, the score is 20-3, and you could already feel the fans were getting rowdy. They were starting to boo. They even started to cheer whenever somebody would do something good. At this point in the first quarter of a preseason basketball games, the fans were just sick of seeing this awful product that the Detroit program has put on the court for year in and year out. I mean, it's 24-6, and you can just tell that the guys have quit. We've seen Monty Williams coach teams before. Everybody has just given up. And then we had a little bit of, what's the best way to describe this? Effort, energy on the court, players actually trying, and it was all sparked by Ron Holland, honestly. The fans start to cheer. They're like, oh my gosh, can we please have somebody try at the sport of basketball? Ron Holland is that dude. He gets 1 second chance rebound. Tim Hardaway Jr. misses. Then Cade Cunningham gets his second chance rebound. Malik Beasley splashes from 3. And it's things like this, second chance points, offensive rebounds that the Boston Celtics have focused on, something that Joe Mazzulla was really adamant about that led them to ultimately winning a championship last season. And then we saw another few possessions where they got offensive rebounds. Then we started to see Jaden Ivey absolutely dominate, fly around the court. Then we started to see Cade Cunningham returning to trying basketball. Malik Beasley, the new acquisition, started hitting threes, and all of a sudden the score went from 20-3, 24-6, to they tied it up and ultimately ended up blowing out the Bucks. I think after that horrific run, they won the game 117-60. And I know it's the preseason, nobody actually cares. They took Damian Lillard out halfway, who was absolutely gunning from 3. But not only did this team fight back, not only did they show resilience, but some of the guys showed improvement as well. Jaden Ivey, now out of the official Monty Williams doghouse, looked good. He looked confident. His 3 was falling. He was allowed to ball handle, facilitate, and just slash to that rim with the uncanny quickness that he is. He is the fastest man in the NBA. Probably the quickest. I would say right now, Jaden Ivey is the best athlete in the NBA, and he was allowed to execute that. Flying around, gliding, making tough shots, finishing around the rim. Jalen Duren, they said they want to make him look like Bam Adebayo out there. Take the ball, grab the rebound, push the pace, facilitate a little bit, operate a little Princeton office at the elbow. They are giving these guys the tools and the room to develop their skills, improve upon what they do. They're not going to start Killian Hayes 34 minutes a night just because he plays a little bit better defense. They're going to say, these are the best players on our team. We're going to help them develop. We're going to put a couple veterans around. Malik Beasley, I think, is a great pickup. Tim Hardaway Jr. might be the worst player in the NBA at this point in his career. It's fine. Beef Stew is officially a veteran now. Tobias Harris is back. I completely forgot that Tobias Harris exists. I don't blame you if you did too, but he's going to be a good veteran leadership. And while I disagree with small moves that they made this offseason, like the Ron Hollins trade or signing Tim Hardaway Jr., I think that this Pistons team might actually be, dare I say, above average. They might actually be good. Obviously, they're nowhere near ready to make the playoffs to compete for a championship. Each player is going to have to take significant steps up before they even approach that. Look at how a team like the Oklahoma City Thunder have just been very patient, waiting for their guys to improve, and then they start to make moves that are towards winning a championship. That means giving up a potential prospect in Josh Giddey for a top 3-and-D guard like Alex Caruso. That means signing Isaiah Hartenstein with your big free agent signing. Obviously, the Pistons won't be competing for a championship now, but they look menacing. They look like a 30-win team, a 35-win team, possibly low 40 if they really hit on all cylinders, get a little injury luck, and things start to click with this team. They could be something out there in the East, and not this season, but, you know, next season, we might be looking at some playoff aspirations for this Detroit Pistons squad. And I got to say, it's an exciting time now. And I know it's the preseason. We're always hyping up teams, whatever. I understand. For a Detroit basketball squad who's been toiling through mediocrity or worse. Remember, they didn't win a single game in an entire month of basketball, and now they might actually be good. This is fascinating and fun to watch. That's going to do it for me. Let me know what your thoughts are, what you agree with, what you disagree with. Catch you in the next one.